Welcome back. Right, part 2. Gotek. So, switch. So it's a 3-prong switch, so 1, 2, 3, obviously. It's a 2-way switch. So it's on switch, not an on-off on. It's an on-on switch. So either way, so you turn this way, activates this one, flick it that way, activate that one, and then your center is your which will be the orange cable, which we marked up. I'm going to solder these together now because I need it all wired and ready, and then it's fitting and case cutting. Let's get that on. Got that. Let's get the helping hand down here. Let's move this keyboard out my bloody way. Sorry. So I'm just going to stick this switch in the helping hand to give me a helping hand. Yeah, ignore that. That's a spare carpet. I've had the downstairs carpeted and everything. Yeah. Which was a bit of a fiasco, but never mind. Right, so orange is our center pin from our switch, from our DDA board. So it doesn't matter which way it goes, as long as the orange one is in the center prong. So I'm going to start with the brown on the bottom, which brown is the floppy drive. Now, the awkward bit. Solder that to that. That's one. Orange. Through there. You want to make sure you don't get these pins touching each other for obvious reasons. You want to short them out. That should be it. Let's move that out of my way. So just check that you've got them soldered on there. Yeah. That should be it now. That should be all the soldering we need. So now, pick this up. Move the switch over here. Gotek so you can see what's happening. If it will stay there. Get rid of that. Make sure nothing else is touching the circuit board. Where's the rotary? Over there. Oh, Gordon Bennett, move. Right, so that's the Gotek. You can see the OLED screen. Floppy. Now humming noises of fan in the background. So at the moment it's on floppy drive. So you should hit it, take, well you probably won't, but it should go to that. Yeah, ROM screen. I can remember the bloody name of it. So the floppy drive's ticking over. Tick. Tick. As you can see, the Gotek's lit up, but it's not operational. It's waiting for a floppy. So I could put the floppy disk in, and it'll load a floppy disk. But if I flick this switch now, it should load up Gotek, like that. Yeah. So there you go, Gotek. Now the floppy stopped ticking. There you go. Yeah, I can't do anything, the keyboard's not here. So that's all done now. So now we've done the 0.9 OLED screen. We've done the switch. We've got the rotary ready. We've not messed with this board, but I'm not going to do that right now. But I have got to. I might order a Y splitter, because if I sell this, I don't want somebody buying it with a power lead I've made up. Well, there's not anything wrong with it, apart from cap tape on it, but I'd rather have the proper Y splitter on there, if I can find one on eBay. Right, so that's all done. So if I switch that off, and I flick that back over, so now it's floppy again. So Gotek's come live because it takes power. Oh, that's annoying. Right, so now it's waiting for floppy. So I'll put in Amiga test kit. There you go. There you go. 1.5 megs. Yeah. Well, so floppy up. So that's all that done. What I needed to do. Get it here. Move that. Right, so power this off. Take that out. That's me dew pump box. Yeah. I'll do the Gotek. So what we have got to do is, if I take that out for starters, we don't need that. So because this is the rotary one, well, they're all rotary ones. Just that if you buy one which is just a push button, you just haven't got the rotary switch. You can buy a rotary switch and just solder it onto the board yourself, and then you've got a rotary. So you save yourself probably a tenner because the push button ones are cheaper than the rotary switch. But now what we're going to do is delete. So we delete the LED and delete the 2 push buttons, 2 select buttons, because you don't need them. And then back, you don't have to do this bit. You can change it so you can get an extension lead, a USB extension lead, mini one. You can get one, I think it's 20 centimeters, I think is the shortest they do. But what I'm going to do is trim the board. So I'm going to chop the board about that much off right across. There's no traces up here. The only traces are over here, or over here, on this side here for the select buttons. It doesn't matter if you cut those traces because it won't do anything because you're deleting them anyway. The reason we're trimming that off is to have the USB overhang, because at the moment you see it's only a tiny little bit. You need a lot more. You need the width of the Amiga, the case, the width of it, because then you're going to cut a little square hole where this sits, and that pokes through the hole, the square hole. It sits neatly there on the side underneath the floppy, and then you can just get one of instead of getting these big keys. I mean, you can use them. You can get the tiny little ones, the USB flash. Just plug them in. And you can get them on eBay. I think they're 6-7 quid. But I'm not going to do that just yet. What I'm going to do is cut the lid. Yeah. So where's the lid? Let's move this camera down a bit. Now you can put it anywhere you want, but I like to put it in line here, this bit here. So it's in line with these keys here, to the edge of the keys. So if you peel this off, like that, boop, you got your template for the screen. See, that's your template. Just don't touch your screen because you'll smear it. So now you just have to line it up to where you want it. And mine is going to go there. Make sure it's straight. You can be really anal and get a ruler out. But I've got good eyesight, me. So now let's see if I can get the light to reflect off of it. I just had it then and now I've lost it again. There it is. So now you can see, ignore the green sticky out bit. And just go around now with a fine marker pen. Fine marker pen. Don't worry about marking. You want to mark this, the case. But don't worry about it because it'll come off with IPA. It'll rub off eventually. So just a fine marker pen, 0.8. This is one of my drawing ones. Just going around the edge, run along the edge of the sticker. Using the sticker as a ruler. Lift it up, peel it off. There's my window. I'm going to stick that back on there for now. Just to protect it. There's a line guide where you need to cut out on the inside of the line. Don't cut out the line, cut out on the inside. Because that sticker is the exact same size as the OLED screen. And you want this lid to be able to push on that OLED screen. So if you cut it the exact same size, it's just going to pop up a bit. I mean, it won't come all the way through because there is a circuit board around it, but yeah, that's what you want to do like that. should be able to cut that little bit out. There you go. Wiggle it off. Done. Did that. Now that's not your window done, so don't get excited. You've got to trim this and tidy it up and then file it nice and square. So that's where you're going to take your time. Right. About 4 days later. So we've cut it out with the soldering iron. So now I'm just going to clean it up with a rasp file. Yeah, sexy goggles on. And so I've got two. Yeah, I can't remember which one's the better one. I'll go with this one for now. So what I'm going to do is just square it off as close to the black line as possible. So you can see the black line, but I don't want to go on the black line, so close to it. I'm just going to go through it, take your time, don't rush, you're not in a hurry, you don't want to be. I'm just going to file and then I'll bring it back when I've got to a reasonable stage of it. So, getting closer. Oh, what's that? That's a bit of fluff. Getting closer. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a detail file somewhere up there. I'm just going to trim these sides down a bit. Just get them square. So you see I haven't gone over the line, kept to the line. Well, just before the line. And then with that same detail file, I'm just going to make sure everything's square. And I'm going to put the bevel in it, which I'll show you in a minute. Right, so there you go. So now I'm just going to clean it up with the detail file, just the edges, and then give the inside a good clean scrape because there's burrs all around the edges of it, so we just need to clean them. And then I can test to make sure it covers the screen, because you want it covering the screen, but you still want the screen not being able to come through. It won't because of the it's on a circuit board, but you don't want the whole. You don't want to see the bezel, sort of bezel, on the screen. Let's bear that with my file. Right, so the bevel. You sit it down, get your file. Now, on my file, most files, you'll have a smooth smooth edge, and a rated edge for filing. So keep the smooth edge on the side that you're filing. So if I'm doing this side of that square, the smooth side won't dig into what I've already just done. Yeah, you get me? No? Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out when you screw it up. So just hold it on an angle. And just start. So you can see now it's getting a little bevel on the edge there. See? So I'm just going to carry it on a little bit bigger. Well, a little bit bigger than that, but not too big. But it's only the bottom edge. You don't need to do the sides and the top. Right, I think that's about right. So now you can see the nice little bevel there. Kind of makes it look OEM-ish. Oh, sorry, I just hit the mic. Tea's making me burp. What the hell was that? Bit of fluff. Get off. Right, so I unplug that. So there's the OLED. Yeah. Make sure that's yeah. So it sits. There. You see it? There you go. You can see the reflection of it now. But I need it switched on to make sure I can see all the writing. So make sure I've done the window big enough. Right, let's see if we can get you in at the same time, so we'll see it together. So, power on. Oh, there you go. Oh, I ain't put the dang it. I put the USB in. Start again. What we got? I don't know. Oh, Defender of the Crown. Yeah. I'll show you. Perfect. Now we just got to make it sit on the keyboard. Oh, Jesus. Just got to make it sit on the keyboard, motherboard of the keyboard, controller board, in the exact place where it is now, which isn't going to be easy, but got to bend the pins on the OLED screen. Bend them out 45. So if you look on it, there's a little shroud on the pins. See this plastic shroud? Pull it off. It just keeps the pins lined, but we're not too worried about that. And if you get something underneath of it, you should just lift off, because it just slides on like that. If you can see. Like that. Now something that'll probably do it. So wedge it under. There you go. Then we've got all the pins. So now we reconnect it to the cable. Make sure it's the right way around, which it is. Plug it in. And see all that gap we got there now? So now we can hold it and bend it 45. So it comes straight out like that. So it's flush. Yeah. There we go, that sits in there. So the keyboard, and this will be sat on the controller board about here, ish, roughly, I think. So there's a gap. Now you can see, I can see inside to the controller board, and it tells me exactly where the window's looking at. And if I get my white marker, oh, it's down here, isn't it? Get a white pen marker. I can mark that there's a chip in there, little controller chip. I can mark it so it tells me where the edge is going to be. So you can see the white line there. It's not cocaine, it's just a white line. On the transistor there, there's a little white line. Over here, this tiny little white line, barely see it. Next to the resistor, there's another white line there. So that little square is where I want my sticky pads to go on, to raise it up enough so I can stick down the, where the hell's it gone? Oh, it's over here. Unplug it, and stick down the OLED screen, which will be about there. Now I'm going to have to temporarily use this. This isn't 3M. That's crap. I'll temporarily stick it down with this. Yeah. And then I'll have to get some 3M, because I haven't got any I've looked. I don't know what I've done. I've probably used it all. Yeah. For some reason it feels really sticky at first, and then when you stick it to stuff, it all of a sudden becomes unsticky for some reason. So what I'm doing, cutting a load of them, because this is really thin foam, you're going to need quite a few, and sticking them on top of each other to make a sandwich. So it makes the foam a little bit thicker. That's why 3M pads are better, because you're going to need like 2 of them. I'm probably going to need about 6 of these. Peel off one layer, like that, and then cut another piece and stick that on. Done. Yeah, about 6 layers. Like I said, I'll order some 3M to replace this, but for the time being, right, this is where you're going to have to peel it off. Screen protector, peel it back off. Then we'll line it up. If you get it right first time, ideally, you won't have to pull it back off. So what I'll do, I'll just gently sit it there. Can you see? I've gently sat it on there, I haven't squished it down. I'm going to put the screen on. Put the screen on, put the lid on. Make sure it's lined up. push it down. Yeah. I think I've got a first go, which is handy. I need it on now though, but I need to insulate the Gotek so it doesn't short anything out. Hopefully I'll get this video out tonight. Yeah, I'm a bit late. It's a Sunday today. So yeah, I was too busy yesterday, and then by the time I finished it, I just really couldn't be bothered. One in the mood for Amiga. So, yeah. I'll plug in the OLED screen. Oh, like that. Make sure nothing's shorting out anywhere, and it's not, I don't think. Oh, screen's gone off. Power. Put the lid back on. There we go. It's on. Switch. Oh, rotary switches inside. Oh, it doesn't matter. There we go. I'll bring it around to in front. You can see. Cool. That's what I like to see. Now I can just IPA it, get rid of all that pen mark. That'll clean it all up. Bloody noisy game. That worked. Shut up. I'm not having that playing in the background. Jesus. Right, so just cotton bud IPA, 99.9%. Basically pure alcohol. Or ice alcohol. So there you go. Nice window. There's a bit of a clean, but never mind. Cool. That's that. That's that stage done for the OLED. That's that down properly. Next stage is switch. Needs a hole in the back so you can get to it, access to it. We're going to put the switch at the back because the switch is quite tall. And there's an overhang on the back of the Amigas, so the switch doesn't stick out over there, so you're not going to knock it by accident. But you can have it either way. You can have it left to right or up to down. Either way, I always put mine left to right, but it makes no difference which way you have it. The switch is a switch. And then need to mark out a USB port here for one of the small versions of this USB stick for the games to plug into the Gotek, because the Gotek will be just underneath the floppy. And then over here by the eject, hopefully, or I could put it where I normally put it over here, a little rotary switch. That will stick out a bit, which is unavoidable, unavoidable. Oh, Jesus. You can't dodge it because you don't want it on the back of the rotary, you want it on the side here. So it'll go here. Yeah, so that's how you do the screen, how to fit a screen now. So that's that bit. I'm going to leave it here. But busy man. I'm going to leave it here because the next stage is a pain in the rear and it takes a while and I ain't got that much time. So that's how you fit the OLED screen. So now we've set up the Gotek, well, we've stripped down the Gotek and set it up. Oh, we've got to take the LED, delete the LED off the Gotek and the 2 push buttons because we don't need them. And then next video will be installing the Gotek underneath the floppy. We'll put the switch in, the rotary dial, and then cut out for the USB stick. And that'll be it then. And I can flog it. And I don't need to do any more YouTube videos. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'm nearly on 1,000 subscribers. It only took 4 years coming up in May or June. Yeah, 4 years. 360 videos and 4 years later, and I still haven't reached 1,000. Thanks, YouTube. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.